Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I will start a new session. It's about that bonus, update and the error handling videos. So if I get any issues or if I want to update that course, then I will create one of the video and add all that video into this session. And also if you face any issues, just let me know about it. If it's possible, I will create another video and add that video into this section. So that's how this course will remain up to date for you. So here I already completed our project and in particular that position. So that is our header part and here I visible all that our post. That is also the categorized post. So here you can see all that categorized post is also now visible on here. But I noticed after that end of these things, like here I define our category. So if you click on the football category, like here you can see all that football related category is now visible on particular that position. And here also it's now broken. Okay, so we have to also fix it. And also if you select the another category like as a cricket category, so all that cricket category related post is now visible on here, right? And also I did another things like there is our author. So that is actually author. You can see they have some of the URL as a author and slash the ID 6 and there is a ID 7. So if you now click on the Kazi, now you can see it's now showing as a admin post. So also you can see there is actually all that admin post. And here it should be like that. If you click on the Kazi, all that post which actually created by the Kazi, it should be visible on here. And like if you go to our admin panel and here if you go to our authors, and here you can see I already created one of the author as a Kazi, another author as a Ariyan. And now if you click on the post, and now there is our data table, and here if you search with the Kazi, like here I just define as a Kazi, and here you can see this post actually created by the Kazi. So that's actually all the post is created by the Kazi. So it should be like that. When you click on the Kazi, then all that Kazi which actually created the post, all the post should be visible on particular that area, right? And also there is another one as a Ariyan. So if you click on the Ariyan author, now you can see it's now showing some of the post. But if you search any post in our admin panel, like here I just search with the Ariyan. Now you can see I didn't create any post by this author. So but here is now display some of the admin. So you can see that is actually the national category one of the posts. So also it's display some of the post on particular that area. So it should be not like that. So that is the things I want to fix. So how can do that work in this video? I will show you that things with the live example. So before doing this, how the things I set up on here. Like here, I just defining that things in our header part. So first of all, I want to go on particular that position. Like if you go to that area, like here, there is a resources, and into the resources there is views and the font, and there is a layout. Okay, and into the layout folder there is our header, and into the header I just added that URL. Like here you can see that is actually the category URL I just defined as a slash category, and here there is a category ID, and for the author name I display on here with our shared data. Okay, and here I defining as a author and then the ID, that means the author ID. And also I created this URL in our route area. So if you go to our route here, you can see there is a category and then slash the ID and the author also slash the ID. And both of these I created in our listing page controller and in our listing method. Like if you open our listing page controller, like here there is our app and here there is our HTTP and that is our controller and there is our listing page controller. So in our listing page controller, I just combine two of these with the one method. Okay, like here you can see that I just define the category ID and also I just define as a created by. So both of these I just combine in our listing method. Here you can see I just defining as a category ID as a listing method, and that is also author ID. I just defining that things in our listing method. So if you now open your project, like here if you put your cursor, it's now showing as a category by the ID, that is the 4 ID, there is a 5 ID, and for this one I just defining as a author 6 ID and the author 7. I think you can well understand about it. So now I want to actually segment it. Like here I don't need to actually combine two of these, where I just copy it. I just copy the same things, I just paste it, and now I want to create one of the another method as a one. Okay, so here I just defining as a listing one, and for the listing one I just defining for the this one actually for the category. Okay, like they have the two link, one of the is the category and another one is the author. So before I actually combine two of these with the one method, so right now I want to actually segment two of this. Like here there is a listing and there is our listing one. And for the listing one here, I just defining for the category. Like if you now go to that positions, like there is our category and there is a category ID in our listing page controller. Now I want to work another method. So here I just defining as a listing one method. Okay, so this will be for our category and this will be for our author. So right now I want to do that work. So for now there is actually I differentiate two of this. So right now we don't need that or where. Okay, so for now I just remove that or where from here. So that is actually created by. So whether I just define that as a created by. Okay, like here I just define that as a created by and the ID. So here I don't need this. So right now I just remove that things from here. I hope you can well understand about it. So that is actually the listing method, and into the listing method I just define our created by, and created by means the author. Okay, I already discussed about that things with you. So that is actually our creator, and in our post model, so if you go to our post model, I already created a relation with this. Like you can see that is a creator, and here I already created a relation with our app user with the created by with the ID. Okay, so for now here I just defining it, and this one is for our categories. So for the reasons here I just define as a category ID. So right now we don't need to or where this. So here I just remove it. So I just remove it that things from here. So now I actually distinguish this part is for our created by, that means the author, and this method is for our category. Okay, so now let's check this out. I just click on the save all, and now if you go here, so now this will be our category and this will be our author. So now I just better go to our home page, and now I click as a mobile category. Yes, you can see now that means our category and 3 ID is now perfectly working on here. So there is a football, so there is a category and the ID. So here I just differentiate that things as a category ID. I just define that things in our listing method one. So in our listing method one, here you can see I just define as a category ID by the ID. I hope you can well understand about it. So it's now perfectly working on here. And now that is our Kazi. So if you now click as a Kazi, and now here if you search it, like yes, you can see now this post actually created by the Kazi. So that is also created by the Kazi. This post is also created by the Kazi, and that is also Kazi. Okay, so now all that Kazi post is now visible on here. Like if I already discussed about that things with you, I didn't create any post by the Ariyan. So now if you search with the Ariyan, now you can see it's now showing as a null because I didn't create any post by this author. Okay, so here you can see I didn't create any post, but I create some of the post with the Kazi. So that's all that actually Kazi posts. So now if you again select as a Kazi, yes, he get a specific 6 ID, all that author data, and display that things on here. You can see that is all that Kazi post. I hope you can well understand about it, and also if you select as a Kazi, so it will be redirected to our author 6 page, and now it's display all that Kazi post on particular that position. So before I just make the things combining with the one method. So right now I just separated with the two method. One is for the our listing one, and this one is for the listing. Okay, so that is it for the listing method. So here I just defining two of this method. I hope it's very much clear to you what exactly the things you have to do for separated your category and the author ID. And also here I get some of the error, like if you go to our football category, and here you can see it's now actually become broken on particular that position because of this short description. So I want to put some of the limitation for this sub description. So that is our actual listing page. So if you go to our listing page, like that is our listing, so that is our listing page, and in our listing page here I just defining our title, so that is our date and the creator name, and that is actually the short description. So for the short description here I want to put some of the limitations. So I did that work in our home layout, like here if you go to that position, I did it. You can see there is actually the star limit, and here I just define some of the limitation. So for now that is our, I just copy it, and here better I just paste it. So now it should be as a post. So here I just define as a post, and the short description, for the short description here I just define as a 100 character. Okay, So here I just defining it. So right now we don't need this. I just remove that things from here. So I just remove it. And now let's check this out. I just click on the save all. So that is our listing page. So that is our listing page template. Now I just refresh it. So now that is actually still not showing. Okay, like here I is defining as a better 50 character or 60 character. And now I click on the save all and now refresh it. So now here you can see I just actually added that short description on particular that area. So here there is actually the two part. So one is the zero for the zero, all that key, and another is the our one key, right? So I already discussed about that things with you. So better I just for here I just define as a 200, okay? And now I just copied, and now that is another part. So that is actually another part. So for now I just paste it. So that is our post and short description. Here I just define as a 100, and now I just click on the save all. So now that is actually one part. I already discussed about that things with you, and here I just define as a 200, and here I is defining as a 100. So now refresh that page. Yes, now you can see here I just defining as a 200 short description character limit, and here I just defining as a 100. Now this page is now perfect. So they have only the 5 posts for the reasons they have no pagination. So after that 5, that's automatically pagination will be visible on here. So I hope you can well understand about it. So successfully I also fixed that issue. So now it's perfectly looking in our category every page. Like if you go to the mobile category, yeah, you can see automatically there is actually character limit, and now it's perfectly visible on here. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.